and you're on that level of thinking, knowing that, oh, this guy likes to throw the same thing 2 or 3 times in a row. Like when you go for something and it succeeds, it's like that's the last thing that the opponent is going to expect for you to throw out.
Oh yeah,
the very next time.
Crazy. And that's the thing is like sometimes you make the adjustment as a player and you figure that out, but it's maybe too late and you don't have enough life to make it through. And it's unfortunate, but sometimes you got to make those adjustments early on, or you have to put a stop to it, mitigate the risk. And I think that's key for a lot of these matchups here, is to make sure that you don't get put into those situations. So guys, if you are watching right now, this is the Tekken 7 online challenge for the US East. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Mark. I'm here with Anakin, and we are getting into our top 8 of the tournament. We're going to find out who the final and secret boss is going to be. But not just that, at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a special presentation from our fearless leaders, Katsuhiro Harada and Michael Murray, as they talk about Season 4 of Tekken 7.
I know that's what everybody's waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm really looking forward to what they've got to show, and like I'm kind of hyped after hearing a little bit, like a little sneak peek of what they got. Like I really want to see this. I cannot wait, and I think everybody's in for a really, really big surprise, really big treat. I don't think anybody's expecting what they got today.
I think it was like, almost 2 months ago where they had the developer roundtable discussion where they talked about, obviously Season 4 was announced. But I'm really looking forward to see what kind of improvements they made for the overall game. And that's what they were talking about. Whoa, here we go. We have Obscure with Ganryu.
You called it.
Ganryu, and he was talking about how he loves this character. His love for the character, I think, will go a long way. And this is a lore match too. Danny and Julia.
That's funny you mentioned.
They're both streamers now. You know that?
They are. One's trying to get like his stream off the ground started, right?
Yep.
The other one was like more established.
One's affiliate, the other's partnered.
One's super partnered.
Oh yeah.
Front page brand deal. Yeah.
Okay.
Offline TV, Julia. All right, let's go.
Here we go. Obscure debuting his Ganryu. I'm curious. I mean, I've never seen it before. I'm interested in seeing what route he goes, what moves he prefers, right? That's the first thing you want to do when you face somebody using a character for the first time. But what's their favorite moves? What do they like to go for? What is their game plan? And trying to figure that out really goes a long way.
Yeah, that down forward 4-string that Ganryu does at the very end, it has some of the most insane wall carry for a lot of the characters. I think that's really one of the, for both of these characters, they have insane wall carry. I think that's really probably one of their biggest strengths. But again, for Ganryu in particular, and actually I guess for Julia too, it's just raw damage.
That was super weird. I was just about to say, Obscure is kind of like unfamiliar, or he's kind of like uncomfortable, it seems. Just like standing still a lot of times and misspacing the moves, but still it worked out in his favor. I thought he was going to lose a round when he got launched. Trying to do unblockable, because that was clearly an input error. He was trying to do something else, but got unblockable, got launched, and somehow made it out the round with a win. Nice
big launch there while standing 2, guaranteeing the up forward 1+2 follow-up here. And look at the damage and the wall carry. He's going to start pushing him towards the end. Big counter hit with the up forward 1. Going back the other way, SourPiggy, again, going to make use of that wall carry.
That's like almost the full distance, pretty much.
Yeah, that's like catching an interception on the other side of the field and running it in for a touchdown.
The full 90, 100 yards. Here we go. Might not kill.
I don't know. Is the fan coming out? That's the question. Very close. What's the mix-up?
Oh!
That's a good option because it hits grounded as well.
It does hit grounded. That's interesting. But there was enough space for SourPiggy to roll back. He put himself in a position where he had to guess mid or low when he could just roll back. Played a little bit more safe.
Oh, this is going to hurt.
That's really hard to time. So shout out to SourPiggy for getting that combo. It's Obscure's turn.
He's trying to go.
Yeah, he's trying to be a little cheeky there.
Yeah, try to go for a sit mix-up, unable to get it. And look at this life deficit in favor of SourPiggy.
He gets one.
To close it out.
Round 4.
Gets one. Sometimes that's all you need. Just because Obscure, it's looking very, very shaky. Even though he has 2 rounds, it's going to be very hard for him to win a 3rd one if SourPiggy starts to catch on and get comfortable in the matchup.
Oh, yeah. Again, lots of things that you got to watch for in the matchup, especially in the first match when you're going into it. You have this phase where you either show your dominance or you have to make adjustments and come back as the challenger. So it really is going to be tough. So right now, SourPiggy finding his groove, able to get all this damage. One mix-up could have done it there, one for the mid.
Yep. And, you only have 6 rounds to lose before the match is over. Oh, my God. One more hit. What the? Obscure? What the? SourPiggy?
Oh, he got the block with no punish. What's going on here?
Got it. That was hilarious. I forgot what I was saying. That was so crazy.
That was wild.
Oh, all right. Just because you have like 6 rounds to lose in a tournament, it's almost as if you have to treat each individual round like, you know, one game. You have to be able to see if you can try as many things as you can in one round, especially early on, like you just said, in the first game. That's where you pretty much get to figure out your opponent, and then like every game thereon is when you're capitalizing. Oh my god, the pressure. Obscure, one more hit. One more hit. Oh, this is not gonna kill.
Oh, this is huge though. Oh, he missed the follow-up there. He went for the get-up kick and he's done. Risked it all on the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Tried to shoot him in the knee.
It was bad luck because SourPiggy tried to do the resplat, and usually I'm sure he's gonna land that 9 times out of 10, but this is the one time that Ganryu did not hit the wall, and then the scramble is on, and he still like had a chance to close it out. Like, it feels like when these guys are playing and it's coming down to the wire, that's when it gets like super ugly, because neither guy has like had the experience against each other's. You know, I'm sure Obscure has never played.
It should be noted that neither one of these use these characters as their main, right?
I think
this is definitely an exploratory thing, and maybe they were both trying like, oh, I'm used to his Elisa, or I'm used to his Akuma or something like that, right? Or his Anna.
I feel like with Piggy, it's more so his main character now. He's been rocking a lot of Julia. That's probably what he feels in his gut about what he should do. But yeah, I don't think he's ever had an experience playing Obscure's Ganryu, and vice versa. I don't think Obscure's Ganryu has had a lot of hands-on experience fighting against SourPiggy. And you throw in that, you know, these guys are in top 8 winner side, and there's like the nerves, there's the pressure building up. And those situations where you have to react fast, you have to think fast, you have to commit, choose something. Those guys showed a lot of hesitation, I saw. There were like some weird stare downs where they would just look at each other, and you could tell somebody was supposed to have attacked by then, but nobody really wanted to make that first move. There was a lot of those moments. It was weird. Like I said, that's how you know those guys are just getting familiar with each other. I'm expecting to see a very, very different game 2 this time around.
Yeah, do you think we'll see a character change?
No, I was just about to say, I don't think SourPiggy would switch, just off the fact that...
I mean, he did really, really well. Just, I mean, at the end, it mattered the resplat. If that had landed, it could have been a different story. That mix-up could have been in his favor at the very end.
With the resplat, he's in a position to finish the game off with one final mix-up. You know, like that was gonna be a massive combo. But instead, it whiffed. Obscure has a lot of life, and he decided to commit to bow and arrow. Maybe a little bit too early. Maybe he just said, screw it, I'm ready for the next game. But Obscure was ready. You know, he might have gotten lucky with the block. It's always super dangerous to kind of like crouch when your back is to the wall in the first place. So for him to block that in the clutch moment, maybe it was something that he was ready for. Like he scouted it, maybe. Who knows? Guys are loading up now. I hear it. There it is.
All right. Much would be expected, as you mentioned, sticking to the same characters. It was a very close match early on, and it all came down to the final moments.
Oh, yeah.
And these scrambles are everything. You want to make sure that you're able to come out on top, especially for a match-deciding moment.
All right, we got the update on Dante Prince Blaviken. Dante made it out in the Double Jeopardy rematch 2-1. Now he's fighting against Young Skywalker in the losers final to see who makes it out. We'll keep an eye on that one.
Of course, yeah. Thanks for the update there. As we go into this match again, this is to secure a spot in the winners finals, where Blazing Peanut is waiting for them.
Let's see. They're on Oath are fighting for the other spot too. That's a little Eddie Mirror match going down off stream.
Nice. And look at Obscure. Obscure's charting to pick his shots now, using a lot of down forward 3. Wow, that was a great power crush option. Again, from that option right there, Julia does not have any loads. It's all highs and mids, so that was a great option to pull out that 4-3+4.
That round flowed really, really smooth for Obscure. We saw him go from one attack to the next. All the decisions were correct on his part. He's looking a little more comfortable, just, you know, not being scared to apply pressure, not being afraid about the penalties or the consequences should he gets wrong. He's just letting it go. And that's kind of like the advantage you have being up a game against your opponent. You get to try a little bit more out without fear of like losing the set, because you're not in a position to lose a set. SourPiggy is.
Nice. Oh, he only went for the first hit, did not believe. I noticed Obscure is taking a bit more chances as far as... Oh my gosh, he got it too. The running 2-1. That was clutch.
He did not know the spacing on that move, and I think because it worked earlier, he was kind of like falling in love with it. Yeah. Might have to slow down with one. That move is not the best move, but it is usable. The armor crush.
Yeah, he had that self-validation, like, you know what, it worked before, I'm gonna do it again.
Right, and he was trying to win the round with it too. It was like a big round up for grabs. He could have gone up 2-0, but he just like screw it.
Oh, this time putting an interrupt to a lot of the folks here. Obscure still has a life lead, but he has to be careful. Wow, that was so sick. The 4-3 right over the sumo palm.
No way that was intentional. Like, SourPiggy did not know he was going to crush him low. It just worked out in his favor. Here we go. He does not care.
That's the thing. He did capitalize on it, though.
Like, it ain't my problem.
Here we go. SourPiggy with the chance to tie it up. But Obscure, you know, he's been playing pretty solid for the most part. But the thing is, he got crushed in an unfortunate
Maybe
moment.
now he's a little too solid, right? Because we were saying how he was just starting to get comfortable doing his thing. And
and double mad axes? Yeah, someone's going to have to be mad after that one. That was back-to-back, this time throwing on the other side, switching positions.
Yeah, that's the side switcher throw.
Oh, and he went for the back 1+2 this time. Not sure why.
A lot of work to do for Obscure. No good, no go.
And SourPiggy crashing the party, tying it up 1-1.
Yeah, I'm not sure why all of a sudden Obscure decided to pull back and try to take that defensive style. Like, he won that first round of the second game because he was going in, and I think the fact that he was up so big in the set kind of triggered something in his mind. He was like, all right, well, I just gotta sit back now and let him make the mistakes. And that never really happened because that's not your main character, and that's not a character you're super comfortable sitting back with and just letting the opponent do whatever. If it was Elisa, then I could see that, you know, that's Obscure's trademark style, that's the way he plays, but he's playing he's bringing unfamiliarity to the table. Like, he's bringing a surprise pick, and you have to take advantage of the surprise pick, and you don't take advantage of the surprise pick by sitting there and letting them do what they want to do, right?
Oh, yeah. And I could tell there was, you know, a bit of familiarity in the matchup. I mean, you know, Obscure got away with a lot of stuff. I mean, he did the 3+4 early on, trying to snipe that move in. He got a little bit carried away with it, but he also did the 2-1-2, catching SourPiggy off guard, getting that launch in the combo there. I feel like after that point where he started getting that comfort zone from winning that first round, he didn't really try to apply any of Ganryu's stuff after that, and I think that really is what cost him the win. It gave, I guess it gave SourPiggy the chance to take control of the match.
And now it's
mentally.
I think it's even going to be worse for Obscure because all those tricks, all those surprises that he had in store, those things have expiration dates. Like, you cannot
he used it early.
You can't rely on that forever. You can't rely on that
soon.
forever. And I was saying, as the match unfolds, it's going to be harder for Obscure to win each individual round. So now the slate is wiped clean. We're in a final game situation. This is a really good match. Just, you know, the way that it's played out, interesting is like an understatement, I guess. There've been a lot of funny moments where anything could happen, but yeah, they're neck and neck right now. This is the only game that matters.
Yep.
This is a situation where maybe Obscure would consider switching back to Alyssa.
Think so. All right. So, I mean, I feel like it's a tough choice either way. I mean, SourPiggy's, I don't think will change at all. I mean, obviously it doesn't have to change, right? Doesn't have to change. But the thing is, I'm talking about the play style. He's still going to move forward and try to take control of the matchup.
Yo, that round where he crushed the low, that was like
it was the heartbreaker. It was like the
defining moment, right?
It was the dagger, right? It was the dagger. And how can the dagger happen not in the decisive match? But it felt like it. It felt like it to me.
It was insane.
Anyways, we're going into this Infinite Azure. This is the classic, right? We call it the Korean classic, taking the open stage afterwards. So let's see how this is going to play out. This is going to be a big one. Again, this is for winner's final placement, where they're going to fight off against Blazing Peanut, Dr. Blazing Peanut, in the winner's side finals.
What a turn of events. No Tay, no Spear one winners, but instead we got these two battling it out.
And then there's still, I mean, we have this and we still have the final boss. I mean, I hope you're ready. I hope you're warming up, Anakin. Or it's Michael Murray. Or Michael Murray, whoever it is.
I promise it's not me.
Likely story. That's what Ryan Hart said.
I mean, I don't know how good Ryan Hart is at lying, but he probably just like gave it away or something.
Oh, are you saying you're a better liar?
I'm just saying you don't know what I'm thinking.
Dang. What a mix-up. What a mix-up.
Got him.
I'm sure you got everyone in the chat too. But again, here, opening round here of what could be
big round.
Big round. Yeah. I think momentum has to be done here. Oh, there's a big back 1+2. Was not counter hit, but still got the knockdown, of course.
I think if Piggy wins,
that was good. That was good. I think the use of that Tachi stance back 1+2 was excellent there.
Every round that's like up for grabs, Obscure needs it, because those are the ones that he's winning. He's barely scraping off these victories, and Piggy is the one that's like dominating. If you were to take a round, like he's the one that's going in, doing whatever he does.
I mean, we've seen him use so much of that
Underpalm already. 2 times.
He's going low. He's starting to go in.
And why would he duck right there? And
he just got countered. This is big.
No rage art. He wants to do something. You gotta think if he loses around here, which he does not, thank God. Like, had he not used Rage Art and lost, that probably would have been you know, the biggest mistake of the set.
Here we go. Here we go. Again, he's been making so much use of that move, trying to get a lot of mileage out of it. Let's see what he does. He goes with the mix-up unblockable, and he lands it, puts him in the blender, but they're going the other way. But Julia does have rage. This is where it gets scary.
Yeah, her rage drive is not the best. And now the weird stuff's coming up for Obscure. He's throwing SourPiggy off and doing a very good job.
Maybe he heard your comment about expiration date, and he was like, you know what, I'm going to start pulling out all the tricks. All of them.
Gotta use them while you still can, man.
Especially to get yourself a spot into winner's final. I think that's a good, noble place to use it, right? Oh, there's a launch. No, he didn't get it. Maybe he felt he wasn't close enough. He had to dash in for that.
He tried to step in, but I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, he could have gone for something. And look at that. SourPiggy does have a slight life lead here. Goes for the low.
That Thunder Palm, Rage Drive.
It's done.
And
it's over. It's over. The Sumo Torpedo at the very end seals the deal. Obscure gonna fight against Dr. Blazing Peanut in our winner's side final. So congratulations to him. SourPiggy now going into the loser's bracket.
Florida matchup. 2 Floridians in the winner's final.
Florida, kings of the East Coast.
that's
really the South? Is really the South the king?
I had no idea it was gonna be like this, man.
Well, let's see how it plays out, of course, because it's not done yet. There may be some noble hero from the losers bracket that may be able to change things around completely. Who knows?
Yeah, and these are where the favorites ended up falling to. Like, you know, the Tays, the Spiros, they're in losers. They're hungrier than ever, and they're like a little bit salty that they got put in losers when they probably didn't think they were supposed to, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to let like a loss affect how they play in the bracket. I think we're good to go. I'm trying to see. Okay, so update. Tay is going to make it out in losers over Young Skywalker. So after losing to Prince Blav